Hey, did you really believe that I will skip something as exciting as the new iPad mini? What were you thinking? Obviously, due to its new design and updates, it requires immediate comparison with other models of similar style. And you know which models those are. The iPad Air from 2020 and the iPad Pro 11-inch variant that was showcased at the beginning of the second quarter this year. And oh boy, I think I've changed my mind. Hear me out. Hi friends and welcome to Digitalna channel. My name is Marko and this is your dose of Apple news, leaked information, rumors and opinions. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the like button and don't forget to enable notification so you don't miss the next video. It's been barely a week since the introduction of the 6th generation iPad mini, and ever since then, stories have been told, songs have been written. How this is the best iPad ever made? That's a bold claim for a tablet that once in a while gets refreshed, at least in terms of internals. Don't get me started on visuals. Nevertheless, this year big changes have really took place. We finally got to see sharp flat edges, home button removed with a screen size increased to 8.3 inches while retaining its form factor, more capable cameras. If that is not something new, I don't know what it is. Yes, its price has been increased, but it seems like it's well worth it. If you've been my subscriber for some time, it's possible that you've seen my video where I express one very unpopular opinion that the iPad Pro 11-inch base version was a better deal than the iPad Air 4 256 gigs edition. And again, it was personal preference since I'm a performance person. I love specs and I'm not a super diehard fan of huge storage. Truth to be told, my iPad Pro from 2018 came only with 64 gigs, and after 2 years of daily use, I'm still far away from being spaceless. With that said, the arrival of this year's iPad mini has shaken my opinion. As I've mentioned previously, the new iPad mini has a bigger edge-to-edge display, which is good for movies, gaming, and some casual pro or personal activities. Its miniature size makes it the smallest and most portable of the bunch. The iPad mini screen has typical 60Hz refresh rate, 500 nits brightness, 2266 by 1488 resolution at 326 pixels per inch. 2020 iPad Air display is almost the same except for its 10.9-inch screen real estate and slightly higher resolution, which means better multimedia experience. 11-inch iPad Pro in this case is in league of its own. 11-inch display with ProMotion technology and up to 120 Hz refresh is another level. With 600 nits of brightness, highest resolution and pixel density, it's his round. Business, creativity, fun, you name it. Blackbeard hosting. Simple, easy to use website installer, 24/7 customer support, real people, and more. Hosted on fast, reliable, and secure servers. Check it out. 1 month free trial, no credit card needed. With digital markings code, you get 5% off. Blackbeard hosting. Hosting as it should be. If we dig deeper, the iPad mini 6 is hiding a 15 processor with 5 GPU cores and 6 CPU cores with allegedly downclock frequency from 3.2 to 2.9 GHz. And let's not forget the inclusion of 4 gigs of RAM this time. Previous year's iPad Air is in a little bit awkward position since it's showcasing older technology, although still ahead of the competition. While official benchmarks are not yet available, it shouldn't be as much of a difference between this year's processor and the A14, especially since it's also paired with 4 gigs of memory. On paper, the iPad Pro is untouchable here. With the M1 under the hood, aka 8 CPU cores and 8 core GPU, along with 8 or 16 gigs of unified system memory, it's a monster. Sadly, it's still limited by Apple. While the M1 is vastly superior in terms of sheer specs, its true shine is visible in demanding apps and games. Both A14 and A15 are perfectly capable in almost all situations. If Apple continues to keep the iPad Pro on the leash, there will be no huge differences between processors produced in a year or 2-year time span. The M1 may be the paper champion, but the A15 is a fresh new kid on the block. Every time when I talk about photography on the iPad, I feel odd. But the iPad Pro cameras have brought much improvements thanks to its multiple lenses and LiDAR sensor, which is still not a guarantee that you will use it to take photos and videos at all, but you can. The iPad Air 4 and 6th Gen iPad mini cameras are obviously identical, although by some reason smaller one does come with the LED flash. Kudos for that, Apple. Obviously, camera is not everything in this kind of photography and video shooting. Every new processor brings more capabilities, smart functions, and usually the newer is better. Back in April, the latest iteration of the iPad Pro lineup have arrived with very powerful ultra-wide 12-megapixel front-facing camera and its unique center stage feature. The new Mini is by no means forgotten in that department, which puts 2020 iPad Air in a bad situation with its 7-megapixel traditional wide shooter. This year's iPad minis received an upgrade in speakers, so now we can have stereo experience once positioned in landscape mode. Though iPad Air stereo speakers have been sufficiently good, the iPad Pro lineup with its 4-speaker setup has always been leading the pack. But that's not all. USB-C has arrived, and this time it became a new standard for the iPad mini 6th iteration. It finally has caught the iPad Air from 2020, but it's still not a match to Thunderbolt 4 of the Pro variants. As far as accessories goes, the smallest iPad, although new, still doesn't have a smart connector for Apple-specific accessories like the other 2 tablets. Lucky for us, there are and there will always be third-party accessories. While I would still go for the iPad Pro with 128 gigs for $799 instead of the iPad Air with 256 gigs for $749, the iPad mini 6 is starting with 64 gigs of storage for only $499, which you can alternatively push up to 256 gigs for $649. And this is what is interesting to me, because in both scenarios the iPad mini seems like the best deal overall. I know that 64 gigs will not be enough for some or many, but such a modern device with so much power for only $499 is just insane. And regardless if you take model with less storage or more, it's just darn impressive. If you insist on high refresh rate like super dedicated gamers or digital artists, this product is not for you most of the time. Budget-focused audiences will likely choose the new standard iPad, but for everyone else and for everything else, the iPad mini 6 is probably a must-have. And what do you think? Which iPad would be the best deal for you? Please answer below in the comment section. That would be all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching Digital Marketing channel. My name is Marco. Talk to you soon. Have an excellent day. Bye.